today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I took out of my diet that helped me really make big changes in my body, where now I have a better body at over 50 than I did in my 30s. If you're in your 40s or 50s or even older and tired of feeling sluggish, bloated, you feel like you have more cravings and just aren't sure what to do, I totally get it. And it led me down a path of trying to become the best, healthiest version of myself. I'm a mom of 3. I had my last baby at 45 and I'm super busy. I have 2 businesses, so I need things that are fast, but I was looking for quick changes I could make in my diet that would help me to feel better a lot faster. So I was making a lot of changes in my fitness and in my nutrition, but there was still something that I was missing. Biggest change I made was taking out fitness bars or any kind of bars, similar to these. This is the last one that I have. Bars like this. I would live on bars like this in my 30s and 40s because I thought, they were healthy. I thought they were low calorie. I thought they would help, keep me in shape. But for years, people had told me like, don't eat them, and I just didn't listen because I was just like reading the label. They're low in calories and some of them taste really good and it's super easy and convenient. But as soon as I got rid of those, so much of my bloating immediately went away. I was eating probably 2 of those a day. And I have a lot of clients, both facial clients of mine in my med spa or clients in my Firm Over 40 program that do the same thing. They'll divert to those because they're really easy, fast. As women, we're super busy. We're always running. But the thing is, those are packaged foods. Always, the labels are not even right. I didn't even realize until the past year that the labels could be 20% off and still be completely fine. So if you eat a lot of packaged foods and all the labels are 20% off, that's a lot of extra calories that you may not be allocating in your day if you are calorie tracking. So that's for one. But one, I really tried to cut down on processed and packaged foods, and I kept the Zone bars in or the Atkins bars or whatever they were because I just continued to think they would help me reach my goals and they're healthy. But really I wasn't reaching my goals and I was having bloating and I was still tired. So in an attempt to start to eat more whole foods, I cut the bars out and I, like I said, noticed an immediate difference. Next thing I cut out where I saw a big difference was in these other packaged foods that I still have because I have 3 kids, like I said, but in particular, say like goldfish, because you get a lot of goldfish for a small amount of calories. So I was always a big calorie tracker. So I really liked goldfish, again, super portable. And then I started to discover snacks like this, where they're like a lot healthier option. So I thought I was making really good choices because they're a healthier option than a potato chip, for instance. But still, at the end of the day, it's packaged. There's a lot of things on the label, a lot of ingredients on the label. So I first tried to cut them down. So again, if you eat a lot of these and it's going to be hard for you, just cut them down. That's what I did. So I stopped eating the goldfish like late at night or at night. And then I stopped eating these. So little by little, I started taking those kind of packaged things out of my diet. And that was challenging a little bit in the beginning, but as I started to feel better, the less and less I ate of them, the easier it becomes. So I would say that just do it little by little and you'll see you'll start to feel less bloated, have more energy, and just feel better. The next thing that I did was cut down on my wine consumption. So again, this was a slow process. I was one that would like come home from work and have a couple glasses of wine at night. So I slowly cut that down to like 1 glass, eventually to no glasses during the week. But again, I don't want you to be hard on yourselves. A lot of my clients in my programs drink wine at night or have a drink at night and they want to keep it. So fine. But for me, I wanted to try just to be the healthiest, strongest version of myself, cut down on the alcohol during the week. So that was my first goal. So again, don't stress yourself out if it's going to be hard for you or if you make a mistake, and some nights I still had to. But what I did was replace it with something else. So I started replacing it with these CBD THC drinks. I don't know, sometimes some states they don't have those, but they're like a very low dose, 2.5 milligrams of CBD or something. It was just something that I thought would take the edge off. And then those kind of bothered my stomach because they're carbonated after a while. So I switched to more like sleepy teas. And if you follow me on Instagram, I do try different things, different herbal concoctions to help with menopausal symptoms and to help me sleep. So then I switched to tea, but again, it wasn't perfect. Now on Fridays and Saturdays, I do have a drink and I switched from wine to these little champagne flutes. I like these because I don't have to open like a whole bottle of wine. So they're more individual servings. And what I find is if I have the champagne. First of all, it's lower calories, lower sugar, so I really like that. I will put a teeny bit of tequila in the champagne. Okay, you can put vodka too. I've done vodka as well, but I like the tequila. And it gives it like a little kick, and it's just like amazing. And the bubbles, you know, for me, help keep me, like fill me up a little bit more than just a straight wine. So I'll have 1 or 2 of those on a Saturday or Sunday, sometimes one Saturday, one Friday. It depends, but usually like 2 to 3 glasses of champagne I will have on the weekends. So then I look forward to it, and I feel like I'm not completely like cutting it out fully, but I completely cut it out during the week. And it has made a difference in helping me drop a little more body fat, helping me sleep better for sure. So that's another thing that made a really big difference for me. Another thing that I cut out that I ate for years was ice cream. So you're like, of course ice cream isn't good for you, right? But no, I would have like a teacup size of ice cream at night. That was like hard to give up. That was like something I loved. I would like microwave it and it'd be soft. But I don't know, actually when I got pregnant with my 3rd child, I started to crave it less and less. So that helped me. But I replaced it with protein ice cream. I got the ice cream, the Ninja Ice Cream Creamery, and then I pre-make ice cream in here with either cashew milk and protein powder and freeze it. And then the next day I have it, and it is freaking amazing. If you guys don't have the ice cream creamery, it is kind of a game changer if you like ice cream, which I do love ice cream. So, and I still always have ice cream in my house because of the kids. So I don't want to deprive them, their kids, like let them have the ice cream. But since I have a replacement, I will have this. And I also have Greek yogurt with the clear 1-Up protein powder, like the peach rings or the peach mango. It's really sweet because I have a sweet tooth. Put that in the yogurt, and then maybe some frozen berries or something, so it has like a little crunch. And that's an amazing like treat. That's like 40 grams of protein. So I will make that. Or I also make a protein brownie, which is cottage cheese with chocolate protein powder, cacao powder, and like a little bit of Splenda. Mix it together, microwave it, and that is amazing. It tastes exactly like a brownie. When it's warm, I will like dip apples in it or let it cool and eat it the next day as like a brownie. So I just found healthier ways. Sorry, I have like hairs flying around from the dogs. I just found healthier ways to replace the ice cream so that I could just fuel my body to be healthy and be stronger, because I really wanted to be healthy and strong as I age, so I can be like the best mom and like really be aware of like my cognitive function, not have brain fog. So these things have really switched my body, helped my body, and helped me to just feel better as I eat. And the last thing that I cut out would be bagels. So we still get bagels here. My kids like love bagels. Obviously, if you have kids and teenagers, they're super easy. But I just found for me, it wasn't worth like the calorie and the carb payoff. Like it's a lot of calories in these giant bagels, a lot of carbs. So once in a blue moon, maybe if I have a few days of like intense weight training and I feel like I need the extra carbs. So at this point, I can do like intuitive eating and I kind of know what my body needs. But in general, I pretty much cut out bagels because for me, it just wasn't worth it. And I would eat them and I would feel like kind of gross. And then I'd be starving like an hour and a half later. And I just had like a 600 calorie bagel. So for me, I would rather have more food, like a higher volume of food for less calories, and eat more protein to build a stronger, healthier body. So these are the things that really helped me to move the needle now that I'm over 50, to feel better and to look better. So again, you know, in our minds, I feel like we think that the goldfish are fine or the baked snacks are fine because we read the labels and it's not a lot of calories, and we're kind of like always in, you know, if you're close to my age, like think about calories, or older. So the women like mid 40s, late 40s and older, especially 50 like me and older, were like brainwashed into always thinking about what calories we're eating. But once I stopped having that mindset and, you know, took the packaged goods out, focused on whole foods and high protein, that really made a difference. It's not about being perfect, it's about being the healthiest, strongest version of yourself, and just, you know, thinking about who it is that you want to become and how you can best get there in the healthiest way without feeling deprived. Just don't want a quick fix where you're just cutting everything out and then you're going to rebound. So for me, I just wanted something to be sustainable and easy and make me feel better, make me look better. So, you know, this is what I've been doing and has worked for me. If you're here with me on this 30-day journey to look and feel better as you age, I hope you're enjoying this content. Comment down below what are some things that maybe you're going to give up on your quest to look and feel better as you age. And I will see you tomorrow.